I'm going to start with 2 A4 pieces of paper. They can be any color that you want. I'm just going to start with white. And I'm going to start with my first piece of paper. I'm going to find my horizon line, and it depends on where you want yours to be. But for this project, to kind of make it interesting and fun, I'm going to do my horizon line closer to the top. And then I want my vanishing point to actually be way over here to make it look super interesting. Next, I'm going to either create shapes by drawing them with my hands carefully, or I'm going to find objects to trace around to create the ends of my shapes, or the parts of the shapes that are facing the viewer. Okay, so now that I've got all of my surfaces that are facing the viewer drawn out, I'm going to start to connect all of the points of my shapes to the vanishing points. Let's start with a shape that we know how to do very easily. That's the square. So I'm just going to quickly draw all of the lines to connect, just very lightly. Now with this, we don't erase our construction lines for this project because all of the shapes are descending way back into space. And so I want to leave these lines how I found them. Do I need to do this corner? No, because it goes all the way through the back of this. I'm not going to see it. No need to do that corner. Let's do another one. Oops, I'm going to run into this square. Should I go through it? Well, no, because I won't be able to see the square. So I'm just going to stop that line at the edge of the square. But I'm still lining up the ruler with the edge of this point and just stopping it whenever I run into another shape. There, that one I didn't run into the edge. Okay, the same is going to be true of this one. I've done the shapes that are closest to this point, and before I do anything else, I want to do the next round of shapes. That's going to be these circles, this square, and then these two shapes. They're the next closest level to the point. So I'm going to start with this circle. To know the vanishing points of my circle, all I have to do is find the edges that match. So I'm going to find the widest point of the circle, which is here. I'm going to match it with the vanishing point. So I actually need to use my ruler, match it with the vanishing point, and find, you'll notice I'm just looking at the circle for where the ruler meets and like kisses the edge of that circle right there. And I'm going to draw that. Alright, let's do this blobby shape. So this blobby shape has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has a lot of areas that I could connect to the vanishing point. Let's start with this and this edge. Now that's looking good so far, but I'm going to have to match the rest of this too. So let's hit the next part that sticks out. Cool. And I'm going to do this one too. It's going to sneak behind the back, and then we're not going to see it because it's going to disappear behind the front part of the shape. So this stays here, and this is kind of back in the background. We don't need to see that. Wonder if we should do this point as well. Kind of the inside. And let's do the outside as well. This is the same. It's going to sneak in the back, and then we're not going to see it. It's going to disappear behind the rest of the shape. There it is. Let's go ahead and do the star. So now we've got all of our shapes going back in space. The next thing I want to do is outline all of them with a black marker. And then as the shape is going back into space, it's actually going to get darker as it goes. So I'm going to color this one. If I was going to use these though, I'd want to fill the whole paper so that there's no white left. So I could, or I could use textured material on the background. That could be really cool. Maybe I want to use parts of a magazine to make a collage in the back, or a newspaper. So I'm going to use this as the background of my artwork.